All right, we're here at Promised Land State Park, which is our traditional starting off point because it's exactly 205 miles from our home. You can see the sites aren't overwhelmingly huge, but this is something I like to see. Here's our documentation, and it says check-in time 3 p.m. Pretty standard. Check-out time also 3 p.m. That makes complete sense. Okay, welcome to this week's episode of Luv Subbin, and what are we doing?
We are starting our big fall trip, and we are getting ready to go on the road for about, what, 3 months?
Yeah, about that. So we're looking forward to it. Right now, Texas is our destination, but let's go ahead and start this video with an awesome harvest host. All right, well, we're starting off our trip down south at a harvest host, the Antietam Brewery. Sounds like you get some good brews here. So you can see we've parked right next to this Class A motorhome. The sites are really level, asphalt. We're pretty close to I-81, as you can see. There's just about a mile circuitous way to get here, but I-81 is right there, so it's a perfect stop out at Hagerstown, Maryland. So yeah, Cindy's finishing setting things up. You know, when we boondock like this, stay hitched up, it's pretty easy for me because I don't have a whole lot to do. But Cindy still has all of the things she needs to do, so she's getting all that ready. And we're going to go ahead and catch a beer. All right, so we're here at the Antietam Brewery, and I am drinking a Witness beer. And the Witness beer comes from the Witness tree that is actually at the Antietam battlefield. And a Witness tree is a tree that was actually there during the battle that is still alive. And you can see that video up here. We'll leave a link up there where Cindy was at the Witness tree. And how cool is this? Their flight little tray here is the same shape as the Burnside Bridge at the Antietam battlefield. So that is super cool. So yeah. Oh, and one last fact, from a vexillological fact, Maryland always races like #1 or #2 for the best state flag. So that's right behind us, and we always like looking at the Maryland state flag because it's usually Maryland or New Mexico, they say, are the two best state flags in the country. So yeah, having a great time here at our harvest host, Antietam Brewery. All right, so we're playing Bar Feud. The question is a word you use to avoid cursing, and that's what we've got right there.
Right, you can either go for 1 or 3, and we went for 3.
We went with the 3 because we're pretty good at avoiding cursing on video, so that's what we're going for. All right, so how are we doing in a Beer Feud or whatever?
I think we're hanging in there.
Hanging in there. We got a 3-pointer previously.
I've got a brisket sandwich going and some onion rings. And
yeah, they were smoking right out there.
Yeah, and you got steak and cheese and some french fries, right?
Yep. And this question is, name something that rhymes with beer.
Right, a word.
So we're doing
beer.
Beer. Why not?
Right.
Number 2 is Luv
Subbin.
Luv Subbin.
Luv Subbin?
That's us.
Okay, Luv Subbin with 45 points. And we have number 1 with Spooky Dookie with 45 points. We have a tie right now in first place.
Woohoo! We're tied for first.
Yeah, so far, but we may yet lose.
We may yet lose, but at halftime, or the first quarter, we are tied for first.
Yes.
Oh, we've dropped to 4th.
Something different with 141. We got D and U and number 2 with 143. And the badass bartender. Give him a hand.
The bartender.
Do the team up there.
All right. All right, we're still in this. I know there's going to be a tire pressure question or a towing question next, so maybe we'll get there. So, all right, let's move ahead. Okay, this question is about why a plane can be delayed. We did the layup answer. We're still hoping that there's going to be a question regarding the biggest Airstream you can tow with an F650. We're thinking Bambi's the answer. We're ready. We're waiting for that question. Hadn't come yet, but
true.
We think it's going to come. No tire pressure questions, no sway control questions.
Correct.
So if that hits, we're going to win. Well, we lost.
Well, we came in, what, 8th?
Yeah, we kind of slacked off for whatever reason. We finished bad.
Yeah, we did.
I think it was not knowing Uncle Fester was a part of the Addams family, which really sealed the deal for our loss.
Yeah, it was
if you don't know Uncle Fester is a part of the Addams family, you deserve to lose.
I think I got the Addams family confused with the Munsters.
Yeah, Cindy was like Cousin It, and it's like, no, not Cousin It.
Yeah. So, yeah.
But yeah, anyway, great evening, great fun.
It was fun.
Great harvest host experience. This is the kind of stuff you just run into with a harvest host.
Yeah.
It's just completely awesome.
It was fun.
I think this is a world's record for us getting stuck in traffic. We haven't been a mile onto the highway and we're all stuck up. One of the truckers reported that, well, I guess somebody's not getting their packages today, so there must be an accident of, I'm predicting, an Amazon truck or
Maybe UPS.
UPS truck or something like that. FedEx, we'll have to see. Apparently, we're just looking in the southbound lane. The accident's northbound. Although there's all these construction or emergency vehicles coming down the breakdown lane, so.
They went down that way.
And look, you can see there's not a lot happening on the northbound side, so
right, zero
something
happening.
big happened.
Oh, I can see it right now. The lights underneath the bridge are flashing.
Yeah. Smush.
Well,
Something big.
Something big. Look at all these emergency vehicles.
Yeah, when you have a dump truck show up at your crash site, you know something bad has happened. Yep, that's 2 semi. Look at all that stuff. Wow.
Well, that's going to tie things up for a while.
You know, we've often said that our favorite route going south or north is I-81, and we'll maintain that over 95, but all it takes is something like that, and 81 is jammed forever. Just because of you can see the truck traffic. It's such a major artery for trucks with all the distribution centers in Harrisburg. It's just gonna jam things up forever.
Yep.
So,
And that is a major accident they're gonna have to clear out.
Yep, this is that's the thing with 81.
So we are on the other side of Knoxville. We just split off from 75 to go 40 towards Nashville, and the traffic,
The mass of humanity.
has been insane. So far the weather's been good.
Yeah, so our RV weather indicated perhaps a little crappiness around this time, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the missed forecast just a little bit, so still nice and sunny.
Yep. Look at the traffic. Knoxville was a mess. This is, of course, rush hour, 4 o'clock on a Friday. But we're about to get off onto our campground road in about 3 miles.
Melton Hill Dam, Tennessee Valley Authority.
So it's not technically a state park.
I don't know what this is. I don't think it's a city park. I think it's the TVA, which we all learned about in school, right?
Right? I guess so. Tennessee Valley Authority.
Nice.
Kind of pretty.
This is a pure compendium find. So this was just nothing but looking at compendium and seeing it. So
We're on a nice river.
that's the dam.
That's the dam.
So let's go ahead and take a look at this campground here at Melton Hill Dam Campground. And this is TVA, Tennessee Valley Authority, is a federal corporation. So it very much has the Corps of Engineers kind of vibe, even though it's not Corps of Engineers.
Right.
So the surface, even though it looked really cattywampus with the truck,
Yes.
having to push it up, I almost had to put it into 4-wheel drive.
It's still fairly level.
It's very level up at the top.
But I would think that it's level if you're a shorter trailer.
Yeah, if you were a long rig, and plus, you know, we spun the wheels pushing it up here.
Yes.
If you had a lot of heavier rig, you might need 4-wheel drive to get it up that angle, because
it was quite the angle of the hill.
yeah, we spun our wheels, but you know, we have 4-wheel drive, but we need to use it.
Right.
The surface is this gravel, which is really kind of nice.
Yep.
Starlink was able to get a clear sky, which is
Yeah,
good. We were able
great.
to watch Auburn and Texas A&M.
That was unfortunate. So let's not talk about that
We
one.
won't talk about that. The water came in at 186 ppm for total dissolved solids, and the pressure was at 75 psi. So I did put the pressure reducer on.
That's kind of borderline, and
It's borderline.
I find that when you do that, the pressure inside is less than I would like.
Yeah, but it's funny. We chose this site. I'm not sure if the campground map. We're going to go back and look at the campground map to see if they really showed the bathhouse being right next to us.
I don't think there was a bathhouse on the campground map, but maybe they haven't updated it.
But we're going to go ahead and look at some of these really cattywampus sites.
There's some really interesting,
weird,
very
You can
strange.
see how they're kind of on the road.
Yeah.
And you would have to have your canopy come down over the road.
Well, I don't think that and if you're in that situation, that you would put your awning out.
Yeah, it's really kind of weird, as you can see from here, but it's 30-50 amp. Have a dump station. Some of the sites are really sweet, and you know, we just picked the site based upon the Campendium map. There are some others that really have a view.
And we
of the
also
river.
picked it for the location near the historical Manhattan Project National Historic Place.
Yes. And so the reason we chose this place was primarily for the distance. We're trying to keep our distances at about 250 miles, and this was that perfect distance. But we also said, wow, this is near the Oak Ridge nuclear research labs and facilities, and I've been wanting to go to this for a long time. It had been on my list. And so we went there today. We went to the Manhattan Project National Historic Park.
Correct.
Which for us is something we always love, the National Historic Parks. But I got to tell you, this was a miss.
Interesting.
This was a miss. It was basically a volunteer. The guy was great. It was in a children's museum. He had a desk in the children's museum.
It was in a corner.
And he basically talked for a couple minutes about all the places you can't see.
Now, yes.
Because it's either they're still making nuclear weapons grade materials here, or they're doing scientific research that they don't allow guests, or it's like a hazardous cleanup that they just bulldozed everything.
Right, they just demolished it.
So there was, even though it really sounds good, there are other locations. There's the Hanford site in Washington State, and there's the Los Alamos site, which we still want to go to.
In New Mexico.
But I have to admit, if you're looking to come to Oak Ridge Laboratories and the Oak Ridge Manhattan Project National Historic Park, yeah, that was a miss. But yeah, so we're here. It's a cool little campground. We've never stayed at a TVA site before. So yeah. And that's kind of the Campendium game you play. Site 26 has been completely empty since we've been here, and would have been completely awesome with a view of the river and everything versus our view of the bathhouse. But you know, from the campground map online, both looked equally as good. 26 is much better. All right, we're hanging out at the Patsy Cline rest area just west of Nashville, and we've started our fall trip. What do you think?
Well, we did a lot of miles in a few days.
Yeah, and you know, we went 4 straight travel days of about 250 or so miles a day.
Yeah, that's a little harsh, but it needed to be done to get us to where we wanted to be.
Yeah, and the Melton Dam campground was our first one that we spent more than one night at. This one we're going to, we're going to spend 3 nights at, so that we can do some relaxation.
Yeah, we're going to just catch up
some
on stuff too.
downtime,
The bugs
catch
here
up.
are just a little crazy.
So if you like this video,
Give us a big thumbs up.
and if you think for a subscription, click the subscribe.
And comment below if you have traveled a bunch of travel days in a row and how you like to do it.
Because we come out with RV and airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.